We are back with our full review on a shoe that I loved when I took it out for that first run in our first impressions video. The New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V2 really excited me. So let's see if he's continued to do so, and let's dive into the video. Welcome back, folks. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. Hope life is treating you well and you are crushing that weekly mileage. This is a review that I've really been looking forward to bringing you guys at home, because if you watched our first impressions video, link in the description, then you'll know that I really enjoyed the Fuelcell Rebel V2 and it really impressed me on that first run. I'll continue to run in the shoe. I've got a good 60 miles in the shoe. So let's give you a few facts and figures about this new lightweight, neutral daily trainer from New Balance. It retails in the UK at £120. Weight-wise, it comes in at a very light 218 grams in a men's UK 10. It runs off a 6mm heel offset and it's available in 4 different colorways for men and for women. When it comes down to sizing, I'd say it sizes up a little bit short, so I've had to go up to a UK 10 from my normal UK 9.5, and it's got average width in the toe box. As far as construction goes on the Rebel V2, it's got an extremely lightweight and very breathable upper construction, which uses New Balance's knit base layer with trace fibre reinforcement that runs through the midfoot all the way to the back end of that upper, paired up with an internal gusseted tongue allowing that upper to wrap around your foot, providing you with that secure and locked down fit whilst remaining highly breathable, so regulating that internal temperature, so keeping your feet nice and cool as you up the pace. You get a moderate level of padding around that ankle collar and in that gusseted tongue. We got some nice structure in the toe and in the heel of that upper, and finishing up we get some nice overlays around those lace eyelets for a bit of extra durability. Working our way down to the midsole, and it is constructed using a new and improved fuel cell compound, which is claimed by New Balance to give the runner 39% more rebound. Because it is nitrogen infused, it keeps it ultra lightweight when it comes to the cushioning, super responsive and very durable. Coating that midsole is an endurance outsole, so we've got a nice level of blown rubber in all those high wear areas, offering you good levels of traction and performance, but also long lasting durability, so you're going to get good mileage out of your shoes. So there you have it, a few stats and a bit of info about the construction of the Rebel V2, but I bet you're all sitting at home waiting to see if I'm still raving about this shoe after running 60 miles in it. So let's highlight all the things I've really enjoyed about it and see if there's anything I feel could be improved, but let's start with the good bits first. The first thing we need to talk about is the fit of this upper on my foot shape. I'm sure New Balance have snuck into my house at night, taken a mold of my foot and then built this shoe around that mold. It really does feel like a glove when I put it on. I can't feel any part of the upper when I'm running in it, and I've had similar experiences in New Balance shoes before. When we tested and reviewed the 890s way back in the early days of the channel, it was a very similar experience. Straight out of the box comfort, I felt really connected to the midfoot with that internal gusseted tongue, and then we got just the right level of sort of padding around that ankle collar and heel. The fabrics used in the upper are super breathable, so you always feel really cool when running in the shoe, even on a hot day. Hands down, one of the best feeling and best fitting uppers that I've run in on a running shoe. The only thing I will say, definitely sized up a little bit short, so I've gone up, like I said before, to a UK 10 from a UK 9.5, and I'm still pretty close to the end of the shoe and probably could have got away with a 10.5, but all in all, it is a fab feeling, fab fitting upper for my foot shape. Next up is midsole performance, and I've always been a big fan of the fuel cell compound, but New Balance really have taken it up a notch with this new and improved blend. The shoe feels super light in the midsole, but very, very comfortable when you're just bobbing along on a nice steady run, and then you up the tempo and this shoe really comes to life. It is so responsive with that fuel cell compound, even though it's classed as sort of a lightweight daily trainer. Very, very exciting to run in. It puts a big smile on my face every time I'm running along in this shoe. And dare I say it, it even compares to some of those super shoes out there, even though there's no plate in sight of any description. Staying with the midsole for now, and I'm also a big fan of the shape that New Balance tend to work in the construction of their fuel cell range. So we kind of got this wider platform at the midfoot of that outsole, and it's rolled up on the lateral edge. So when I'm running along, I tend to load on the outside of my shoes, and then I've got a healthy level of pronation as I work down through to toe off. So having that wider midfoot, having that lateral edge rolled up, really works well for my foot strike, but it also feels super efficient as I work through my gait cycle. So you can probably tell it's been a very positive experience running in New Balance's Fuelcell Rebel V2, and I could literally go on all day about how well this shoe has handled every session that I've thrown at it. But there is one thing that I just wanted to highlight. I wanted to mention it in the review. This shoe really is set up for a strong neutral runner that runs off, say, a midfoot, forefoot strike. By this, I mean it's not the most stable running shoe in the world, so not a problem for me. I'm not heavy on my feet. I run off a neutral gait. But if you are a bit more dominant on heel strike, or you have any slight instabilities in your gait, then maybe this isn't the neutral daily trainer for you. It's very narrow at the heel. This new blend of fuel cell is so squishy soft that it doesn't offer a lot of structure in that midsole, and that combination can lead for a very unstable platform. So like I said, no problems for me, but I just thought it was worth mentioning in the review. Before we go any further in the review, guys, don't forget to go and check out our latest review we've just uploaded on Chorus's new Vertix 2. All singing, all dancing GPS watch. It's had lots of new updates and tech squeezed into this small unit, so it's definitely worth checking out. Right, we've reached that point of the review where we need to get some points on the Run4Adventure board, and I've really been looking forward to this part of the review. So let's get scoring, and let's start with the price first. With the shoe costing £120 here in the UK and the levels of comfort and performance it gives you, I think that's actually a pretty fair price. If you've got the budget just to have one running shoe, the Fuelcell Rebel V2 is so versatile. It will do your long steady runs, tempos, intervals. It'll even cross over to be a nice lightweight cushion racer for race day. They've just launched a couple of new colorways in the shoe, so you can actually pick these up for under £100 now, which is an absolute bargain when you come to the performance of this shoe. So it's got to score high for price, and it's going to come in with a very affordable 8 out of 10. Number 2 on the list is comfort and performance, and where do I start scoring comfort and performance when it comes to the Rebel V2? It has to be one of the most comfortable shoes that I've run in this year. It really does feel like it's tailored to my foot shape, and every time I put it on, it's a surprise just how comfortable it feels to run in this shoe. And then there's performance, and again, this has to be one of the best performing running shoes of the year so far. It just does everything so well, and I'd be happy if this was my only pair of road running shoes just because of the versatility of it. So it's going to have to score high again, and we're going to give it a wow, it feels like a pair of slippers but performs so well, 9 out of 10. And I've got to say, I've got to be honest, it came very close to getting the maximum score of 10 out of 10 when it comes to comfort and performance. Last up is the important topic of durability, and I really wasn't sure how this shoe would hold up to sort of running wear and tear, with it being so lightweight in that upper construction and so soft and bouncy in the midsole, but so far so good. With 60 miles in the shoe, I have to say, it's still looking pretty much brand new, so no signs of fatigue on that lightweight constructed upper. The midsole, no compression, it still feels soft, bouncy and very responsive, and the outsole, no signs of wear at all. So even though it is a lightweight daily trainer, it looks like it's really solid in construction. So we're going to have to score it high again. It's going to come in with a very solid 9 out of 10 for durability. So adding all those points up at Run4Adventure, the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V2 scores a top performing 26 out of 30. Onto the subjective topic of looks, and I'm not normally a fan of a yellow and blue running shoe, but I think it actually looks pretty good this time round. I like the way New Balance have used different textures on the fabrics, on the lighter blue and the darker blue areas, and also real great attention to detail is, I don't know where you can see that, but that's actually a hologram. So it goes from New Balance to fuel cell. So a really nice touch, really good attention to detail. The shoe's available in lots of different color options as well. So it's definitely going to get a big thumbs up at Run4Adventure when it comes to looks. As comparisons go, I'd have to say Saucony's Endorphin Speed. Yes, it's a plated shoe, but it's another lightweight, super responsive training shoe that you can cross over to race day. You've got ASICS Tri-Noosa 13, another really underrated, versatile daily trainer that I really enjoyed running in. And then obviously you've got the Fuelcell 890 from New Balance. All three shoes would give you a very similar performance. Right, I suppose it's about time we wrap this review up with a quick conclusion, and I've got nothing but good, positive things to say about this running shoe. I've been hearing lots of great feedback, lots of great reports on the shoe, so I had to try it, and I'm so glad I did. I can pretty much say 100% that when it comes to the end of the year and we're doing that roundup of running shoes that we've tested and reviewed at the channel, that this shoe is going to make it into our top 5. So if you're looking for a lightweight, very cushioned daily training shoe with lots of pop in that midsole, maybe a shoe that you can cross over to race day as well, then I definitely recommend checking out the Rebel V2 from New Balance. So that is a wrap on another running shoe review at Run4Adventure. Really hope you guys have found it helpful. Get involved, guys, get in the comments. We want to hear, have you been running in the Rebel V2? How have you found the performance? Have you really got on with it? Have you loved the fit and the feel? Let us know in the comments below. We've got a few of the Run4Adventure technical vests left, only a handful in men's and women's. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer you guys at home a 10% discount code. So I'll put it on the screen somewhere here. So get along to the merch store on Run4Adventure.uk and pick up one of them vests. Be really quick, guys, because they're going to sell out soon. We've also got some great funky multi-wraps, some really cool tees and hoodies available. It's a great way of supporting the channel and it's really appreciated. Don't forget you can follow us on our other social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, Facebook or Strava. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. We'll be back here very, very soon. And as always, stay safe and keep on running.